Let's start our meeting with a word of prayer. And I'm going to pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and legislative assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor us your servants, whom you have been pleased to call the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country and of those whose interest you have committed to our church. Amen. Maybe we can commence. We have an agenda there. I have done with a prayer. Then we have preliminaries and communication from the chair. So I would like just to introduce this matter, why we are here today, and then from there we can move forward. Members, you recall on 4th August 2025, we resolved to invite the county secretary, then re-invite the CCM devolution, re-invite the chairperson and secretary to the County Public Service Board for a discussion today on the matters of recruitment, employment, and redeployment, arising from a statement sought by Honorable Ngunga. So today we are for that matter, and we shall be proceeding with the same as we go forth. So that is why we are here today, members. And I believe everybody is at par insofar as that is concerned. We have another agenda of administration of oath and introduction. That is supposed to come when we start our meeting, as in if the members we had invited, the people we had invited are here with us. So I would like to go to the fourth agenda, which is engagement with the county secretary, CCM devolution, chief officer, public service management, chairperson, and secretary to the county public service board. There's a brief history that has been given there concerning why we are here, but I think I've just said it. To that end, members, the county assembly on 8th of August received a letter from the county secretary, and I would like to take you members through that letter because it forms the basis of our discussion today. This is the content of the letter. It is addressed to the clerk. It is not copied to me, though when communication is addressed to the clerk, it automatically means it is a document for the County Assembly of Machakos. invitation to a meeting scheduled for 18th August 2025. I trust this finds you well. Reference is made I understand this information has been shared with members, so perhaps you can look at it. It's with you. Yes, so I'm proceeding to read the letter. I trust this finds you well. Reference is made to your letter dated 4th August 2025. I have noted your invitation to appear before the General Oversight Committee on 18th August 2025 at the County Assembly Chambers to respond to queries on recruitment, redeployment, and assignment, is that so, of duty to some officers by the county government of Machakos. I have also received a letter from several of the members of the County Assembly through their counsel on record in Machakos High Court Constitutional Petition number 2024. Constitutional Reference number 24 of 2025 between Honorable Stephen Zoe Mwandi and 13 others, versus the Speaker of the County Assembly of Machakos and the Clerk, the County Assembly of Machakos, challenging the legitimacy of the said summons to myself. That's the Secretary, County Secretary now talking. I sought the advice of the Office of the County Attorney with regard to the said summons and communication from the members of the County Assembly and address the matter as hereunder. That on account of the issues raised in the letter by various members of the Assembly and the advisory received, the County Executive is unable to appear and respond to the issues therein as pertinent irregularities have been brought to the county government attention, on the issue of composition of membership of various committees in the Assembly, which committees are responsible for determining house business, and issuance of summons. So the committees are the ones who determine issuance of summons. It is key to note that the members in their communication have disowned the business transacted by the committees. So there are members who have disowned the business transacted by the committees. And those business include budgets and any other business that has been conducted by committees. The issue of membership, therefore, being on question, and the issue of unlawful composition of the said committees being a legal issue, the executive is not, that is the executive arm of government, is not in a position to send any of the executive to the Assembly for questioning any committee, before any committee, when issues of irregularities and unlawfulness of membership is under question. The executive is therefore not in a position to determine whether the summons issued are valid due to membership until the case filed in court and which has been brought to the attention is determined, to our attention is determined. We also note that there were orders for the members to be reinstated into the various committees, and further, for the said members to be allowed to carry out their functions and mandates in the various committees without hindrance from yourself and from the Speaker. This is a county assembly talking like this about, county secretary talking about like this about the same assembly and the Speaker. We have also been made aware that the orders that were issued by the court requiring you, together with the Speaker, to reinstate the said members have not been complied with, and that you are in breach of the said orders. We are also informed that the contempt of court proceedings have been instituted against yourself, and as such, the legitimacy of any summons issued to the executive is therefore a matter of great concern, and one that needs to be determined first. By a copy of this letter, I hereby direct members of the executive to await the outcome in Machakos High Court Constitutional Petition number 24 of 2025 between Honorable Stephen Nzoe Mwandi and 13 others, first as the Speaker of the County Assembly of Machakos and the Clerk, County Assembly of Machakos, before appearing before the Assembly. This will ensure that the executive does not participate in any unlawful and illegal proceedings that may be quashed by the court later account of the current disobedience of the issued of orders on the issue of composition of committees. We therefore cease all collaborative engagements and correspondences with the legislature pending conclusion of the cited and the pending disputes in court. So there's not going to be any engagement between the county secretary representing the executive and the legislature, which is the assembly, going forthwith. So members, that is the letter from the county secretary, who in the first place we had invited to come before us, together with other three. That is the CCM devolution and the chairperson of the County Public Service Board, together with the secretary of the County Public Service Board. So the county secretary is talking on their behalf, and he has said that they are not going to appear here because there are irregularities and there are court cases, and you have heard the letters anyway. You have heard the content of the letter. So I want to open this floor for a discussion before we make the ruling concerning the content of that letter. The floor is yours, members. Honorable Ngunga, proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for allowing me to start off this debate today.
Honorable Member, Honorable Ngunga, there is a similar letter from, so I wanted just to bring to the attention of the members that Is it only one? There is a similar content. Everything's the same from the secretary to the board, CS CPA Juliana Mutisia. So they are saying the same concerning a court case that is in court, and the composition of the board is, the composition of the committees is not, it's wanting. Just the same, it is similar in nature. So while you discuss, just know there is another letter from the Public Service Board. And of course, when you see the secretary's writing, it means the chairperson is represented as well.
So thank you, Madam Speaker, for allowing me to start off this debate today, the 18th. Madam Speaker, when I came to this house, seeking the information that I sought, I did not know that, I did not imagine that this debate was going to take this direction. But thank God it has, because at the end of the day, a few things must be sorted out. Madam Speaker, I would start by saying that this only happens in Machakos. This can only take place in Machakos, where when parties are in court, or the issues are in court, that is deemed to stop everything else. I like the statement where the County Secretary has said that there is a matter that is before court between one of our colleagues, Honorable Nzwe, Stephen Mwandi, and 13 others, and that the Speaker count against the Speaker Count Assembly, but there is a matter that has not been heard and determined. But citing that matter, the County Secretary says, in his opinion, he thinks that therefore there should not be any engagement between ourselves and them. And I think, Madam Speaker, that can only happen here. We have had matters in court, and when matters are before court, things go on as if they are normal until those matters are heard and determined, and it's when these matters are determined that the directions are taken. The County Secretary, Madam Speaker, had not been cited to bring information here, but when we came here, we cited him. And I think he has been able to advise his colleagues to the opposite that they should not be able to respond to the issues that I had raised, Madam Speaker. So when they advise that way, I of course believe the County Secretary is their boss, and we don't expect much from them. So I think, Madam Speaker, we'll be looking at the authority of this assembly. In my opinion, I believe and I feel that the authority of this assembly is in test, is in question. I want to remember, just a while ago, the same County Secretary was able to forward the budget here. We sat on this budget here, deliberated on it, and passed it. Madam Speaker, a while ago, the chairman here, Mr. Brian Kisila, brought in a list. Honorable Brian John Kisila brought in a list of members that were from the decentralized units, municipalities, and there were very many of them. And this same house, same committees were able to sit on those members, looked at them, approved them, and they were actually passed here. I don't remember the County Secretary raising any issues about the composition of the committees. Now that the composition of the committee's legality has been questioned, Madam Speaker, we have no problem with that. It is just a matter of the government side to reflect on themselves and see who between ourselves need the other. I think there comes a moments of realization, and it is good that probably sometimes we take out the veil that is in the eyes of these people. If you look at these organs as constituted, I do not think, Madam Speaker, the County Assembly is at the mercy of the executive. And we should not treat ourselves as so. So, Madam Speaker, if then the County Secretary feels that there should not be any communication between ourselves and them, then why would we insist on the same? I would be asking our members, I would be asking the members around here, we have a relationship once and for all. What do we need from them? What business does it, what approvals do we need from the County Executive? If we are not properly constituted as a House Oversight Committee, this committee is not, these are members of the County Assembly. And this is business that was before the General Oversight Committee. Madam Speaker, if the County Secretary cannot appear before the General Oversight Committee, says that it's not properly constituted, then of course he says the county assembly of Machakos is not proper. And so I'll be asking members, then we save our relationship with them once and for all. I might as well decide that information that I was seeking for, the public will get it from elsewhere. We shall be proceeding to court and we shall be forcing them to be giving that information. But as of now, because the county secretary is actually saying that we serve a relationship, then let it be. Let it be, because he's a CEO of the executive, and he has advised his officers. And then, of course, when you talk about severing relationship, let it be from 1 to Z. Let us not get any communication from them here through any committee, because our committees are not properly constituted. Let no business should be transacted. And then, at the end of the day, we see who between ourselves is a bigger boss, because it looks like here is a matter of trying to see who can punch better than the other. I do not need to say in a boxing ring between the assembly and the executive. I want to tell you without fear or favor, the assembly will always punch down the executive. I want to tell you this without fear of contradiction. Mr. Majority Leader, take it upon yourself, my brother, and advise the government. This is getting serious. And as it is, Madam Speaker, I want the members of the County Assembly to remember, just about a week ago, the president of this country, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, passed the bill that has been hosting us hostage. We are now independent. We are going to get our funds direct to the assembly. When now we are not being twisted, my brother and my sisters, then why do we need the executive? For what reason do we need them? The oversight role that we have always wanted to play, we shall play it without winching, looking at you eyeball to eyeball. So now, Madam Speaker, I want to say, without having to waste time, I want to go by the advice of the County Secretary. Let us be advised by the House. Let us wait for the determination of this matter. I have begun by saying it only happens in Machakos. When somebody goes to court, we have everything else is unbiased. We have to wait for the determination of that matter for us to be able to move. This is only in Machakos. Madam Speaker, the question that I put to the executive was dire. We are losing millions and millions of money on a daily basis. We wanted to find out, and this was not political, it is actually a fact-finding. It was a fact-finding statement. We wanted to get to know how much money are we spending in terms of employment. Now, look at the way it has taken. If they are talking about the House Business Committee, where does the County Secretary come into that? In terms of management of committees, where does the executive come here? Have we ever questioned the composition of the executive? I remember the other day, we had Honorable Rita sacked. And even when she was sacked, she was transacting business. This House never even raised any issues about that. Why is it that the county executive has always had issues with us? We have been able to let them free, even when members who have been brought to this House here have had questionable papers. The chairman of the county secretary board, the chairman himself, has questionable papers, and I can prove that. These are things that we have been able to close our eyes on. And these are people who are pointing fingers at us now, telling us we are not properly constituted. Who are they now to teach us? Madam Speaker, this is bitter. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Mike.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. As we stand in this committee of the whole House, the authority, the authenticity of this House has been put into trial. And it has been put into trial because some people in a certain quarter feel that they can remote control the assembly. Madam Speaker, we have very well laid rules and guidelines in our constitution. We have our standing order, which has acted as the campus direction on how things must be done. Before I get into the matter of why they are not coming, Madam Speaker, we are not going to relent on the issue of the statement that was sought before this honorable House, because it is an issue of how many people have been employed, and the questions are very straightforward. And I remember the response that was as per last week response, it was clear we needed more days. And Madam Speaker, we gave them more days. The other one was saying we needed more days. We were discussing about the number of days, and we discussed that. Madam Speaker, our standing orders are clear. If we summon a CCM the first time, we call them, they fail to come. We remind them, they fail to come. The third time, we summon them. Because they want us to flex our muscles together with them. We have laws. We want them. I'm waiting to see the CCM Agriculture fail to come. I'm waiting to see the CS fail to come. The county secretary fail to come. Let's follow, Madam Speaker, let's follow our regulations. Let's follow our standing orders. After we let them invite them again, let them also give some other flimsy reasons, Madam Speaker, and then after they give the same reasons, let's get, because it gives us once, twice, if I stand to be guided, then the third time they are summoned. And then if they fail to come, we'll go to the next level. That is my proposal on the same. Madam Speaker, if we get into the contents of the letter, the county secretary is acting upon advice. Yes, you are conversing. Madam Speaker, the county secretary is acting upon advice of a letter written by some members. Madam Speaker, it is high time also we look into that matter. Because if a member will set a very bad precedence, because if the executive side will ask a question, then I'll be in a position to rush somewhere and stop. We'll get into what we call a viscous circle of failing to give information. Madam Speaker, it is unfortunate that the health of the letter of the advisor is the DS. And the DS happens to be the only person who is elected. The other members are appointees of parties. The majority leader is an appointee of a party. It is unfortunate that the votes that we gave to the DS is the same person who is advising the executive. And I believe I'll be bringing a motion next week of discussing the conduct and the discussion of Deputy Speaker here in this house. And I'm going to also to write a letter to the Powers and Privilege Committee to look into that matter, because the DS is undermining the powers of this house.
Let him finish.
So,
and I've said you just give him time to finish.
He's not debating in an assembly. If I am a member and I'm seeking
So you want to talk without seeking my permission or what? Yes.
so that I can seek information.
And I told you, let him finish. That's what I said.
So, Madam Speaker, I'm saying so that we don't set a bad precedence, let things be set on straightforward. Madam Speaker, this issue about court has been spoken openly in the corridors. Whoever, this person is not supposed to be here, this person is not supposed to be here. And for your information, the said committee's members, which replacement was done here, Madam Speaker, they were done by the constituent parties. So if anybody has issues with the parties, let them if they have issue with Wiper, if they have issue with Chap, if they have issue with the CCU, let party matters be handled by party matters. If the party deemed necessary to do their replacements, and you've not received, Madam Speaker, you've not received any letter from the specified party, there's nothing one person to go and get to court. I looked at even that perverted warning letter from the said council, and I was in pity, because he's a person who doesn't understand how the committee operates. Because there is no way you'll write to a speaker to stop Wiper if today Wiper decides to replace their majority leader. As a house, we have nothing to do that. If CCU today decides
Point of order.
to
Madam Speaker, point of order.
so if today CCU
Madam Speaker,
decides
point
that
of
Boniface
order.
is not going to sit in such...
Madam
a-
Speaker. Madam Speaker, point of order. Madam Speaker, point of order.
Point of order granted.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I think the matter before this committee is very clear. It's a matter that invited members and some members from the executive to come and discuss for the statement that was sought by Mheshimiwa Ngonga. Chair, Wiper Patriotic Front is not on trial. I don't know why the member keeps referring to Wiper. Let him stick to the content of the statement. Thank you.
Honorable member, stick to the content of the letter, please.
Well guided. I was giving what we call in English example, e.g. I was just giving an example. An example, yes. So I'm not going to use Wiper, but I can use CCU. I can use Maendeleo Chap. I'm not going to use Wiper Democratic Front. I'm going to use, and I'm well-guided majority leader. So thank you, Madam Speaker. I think, just to head, I'm saying, executive should not flex muscles. And we should not have members misadvise the executive. Let me ask, Madam Speaker, as I finish. Last week, we were seated here, passing members. Where was the DS? Where was the DS when we were passing where was the DS when we were passing?
Point of order granted.
No, Madam Speaker. I'm the one who's good first. Madam Speaker, it's very unfair. It's very unfair for a member to start standing here, Mheshimiwa Maeke, with all due respect, and you start attacking a fellow member who is not even in the question. No. I think, no, listen to me. I listen to you. So listen to us also. You are not going to come here and start intimidating.
Honorable Ngunga.
Honorable Ngunga,
Let's.
you are just a member like me.
Yes.
You are a member like me. You are elected twice like me. You are not stupid.
I've given you an opportunity.
So please, when I'm
proceed.
speaking, give me respect. Give me respect. And I want respect from you. It is very unfair for a member to stand in front of the House and start attacking a fellow member directly. It's unfair. That's the point I'm raising. Don't attack me. Bring your points. We discuss. Let's have decorum in the assembly. Otherwise, Chairman, Madam Chair, you are going to make this House become a super duca or a baraza. Let us have
Are
decorum.
you saying I am doing something
No,
like that?
I'm going to say you are going to allow, if you allow a member to go.
No, I
that
have
direction.
not. I have given you an opportunity
So
to
what
bring
I'm
your
saying,
point of order.
is, let us engage each other with decorum and respect. Other than you cannot mention DS 5-6 times, and the DS is not even in question here.
Honorable Maeke, please don't mention members' names.
Madam
Don't
Speaker,
attack anybody.
Madam Speaker,
Let me finish.
just, yes, sorry.
Yeah. Do not attack anybody. Don't mention any member's name. Don't insinuate anything like you are attacking someone. Please proceed with the content of discussion only. Okay?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Well guided. Madam Speaker, as I was speaking, I'm looking into the reasons that the CS, the county secretary has given. He has said about a letter that was written by somebody who I don't want to say because I've been guided. That person, together with 14 others, advised not to come. So when we are advancedly mentioning that person, we are mentioning him because he is the person who gave the reason for the CS not to come. So I'm not attacking anybody, Madam Speaker, but I stand guided, and I stand guided, Mheshimiwa Kesila, I stand guided, and all the other members, but there is somebody here who needs to be looked into. Look into these people who wrote to the county secretary advising not to come. That person is written there. So even this letter is advising them. So, Madam Speaker, I'm not out of order, but I understand your words. Madam Mheshimiwa Kisila, my friend, and you know I respect you very much. We are going to have decorum, and decorum will be there if the truth is given out and without fear of intimidation. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Otherwise, let this matter not just end here. I'll do what I've said. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Kavyu, Honorable Kisila, in that order.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It's a shame that we are seated here today trying to discuss and argue on an issue that is well stipulated in the Constitution and also in our county devolution laws. The work of this assembly is to provide oversight. And Madam Speaker, no matter how people will want to endear themselves to the executive, that cannot change the fact that this assembly, this house, has a mandate, a constitutional mandate that is supposed to meet. And it's quite unfortunate that people elected to represent people in terms of ensuring accountability and ensure oversight are the same people who want to arbor that exercise. Madam Speaker, our standing order are very clear in terms of how the House should conduct its business, and one way is through the House committees, both sectoral and the other committees, and whatever instruction you had given, they are also explicitly captured in our standing order that there are times that the House can resort to a general oversight committee. So, Madam Speaker, unless the members in question can demonstrate to this House clearly that there was a violation of our standing orders in terms of the process that we were supposed to have, then the issue of court orders is neither here or there, because the orders that were sought were very clear, what the prayers were, and they were granted. And Madam Speaker, the county secretary is completely out of order because he has no business in dictating how the assembly conducts its business. The sermon were not done by the speaker. It is the county assembly of Machakos that summon the respective people to appear. So when people, through their lawyer, I've seen people trying to run away, saying that we should not mention people, but also the people of Machakos County needs to understand what is going on, because we saw our oath. So there is nothing out of order when the Deputy Speaker is asked to provide clarity, because his name has featured adversely in the letter. It is Honorable Nzuya Mwandhi. We might not know the 13 others, but as the captain, Madam Speaker, I would like that he also be given an opportunity. Maybe he can shed light and open our eyes so that we can see things from his perspective on what is the illegality in terms of the composition of this house. He's also the chair of chairs. So he also need to provide clarity if he himself chairs nothing. Because if committees are not well constituted, then it means is also the mandate that he has is also illegal. And Madam Speaker, somebody once said that a person who has no pit latrine in their compound, they will not have a motivation to clear the bushes around their homestead, because for obvious reason. So, Madam Speaker, the people trying to harbor justice for our people of Machakos are equivalent of those bushes. It is purely corruption, embezzlement of public fund that is happening in Machakos, and the person who is doing that is using the bushes around their homestead to make sure that there is no accountability, there is no transparency in terms of what is happening. And Madam Speaker, if you see somebody running away from providing information, because nobody is on trial, whenever we call people here, we want to get details so that we stop operating from unknown to unknown. And the only people who can provide that information is either the board, it is either the person who is in charge of public service within Machakos, who is the CCM for public service, and also the chief officer, and the same county secretary that is writing these letters instead of exercising their constitutional mandate. So, Madam Speaker, it is pity, it is shame. But, Madam Speaker, what we want to assure the people of Machakos is that they will not be in bondage for long. We are going to ensure this Machakos is liberated from impunity, corruption, and embezzlement of public funds. Because, Madam Speaker, we have information and details of people who have never even stepped foot in Machakos, and they are in our payroll, earning county public funds for free. We have others within Machakos County who are on the payroll as staff, but they have never been interviewed for those positions. They have never had an opportunity to even to report to those offices. But, Madam Speaker, we just see them hanging around the villages, but at the end of the month, they are getting funds from the county government of Machakos. So it is those clarity. We have even others who are not from Machakos County. They are busy in Kitui. They keep loitering there, but at the end of the month, they get salary from our county coffers. So is that what Honorable DS and the 13 others are trying to protect by advising the executive not to appear before this house? And Madam Speaker, even others are working as house help in private homesteads, in homes of people who are not from this county. So does the DS and the 13 others want us to cover our face and say that is all is well? Madam Speaker, they might be decide to act on impunity and refuse to appear before this house. But, Madam Speaker, we are going, even if it means going to the people and conduct civic education and explain to them the rot that is happening in this Machakos, because we can't have more than 200 ghost workers who earn salary for doing nothing, yet our doctors, our nurses are on the street for lack of payment, yet our people are suffering in our hospitals, but there are people who are earning money for free, others who are relative. So, Madam Chair, even as members contribute, I will kindly request that the 13 members listed on that letter kindly grant them an opportunity so that they can shed light to us what is that they know that we don't know, that they think that the composition of this house, the composition of the Machakos County Assembly is illegally and it should not oversight the county executive. And Madam Speaker, the county secretary also cited of getting advisory from the office of the county attorney. Madam Speaker, Madam Chair, if there is any organ that is not well constitutionally constituted, it is the executive, because the governor chairs a cabinet that is incomplete. A county attorney is a very key ingredient in the cabinet. So when the county secretary talks of having received advisory from the county attorney, then we also need to get clarity who is playing that role, because we have not had a county attorney for quite a while in Machakos. So who is this imposter, or is it a case of another ghost worker who is advising the executive on legal matters, because we don't have a substantive. So those who are advising, and the county secretary and the county secretary himself, they need to understand the only body within the governance structure of Machakos that is not well constituted, it is the cabinet that is chaired by Governor Wavinya herself. And that's why you see them making such kind of blunders. If there was a qualified and there was no vacancy in the office of the county attorney, they will not have required to get advice from a layman or the deputy speaker who has no legal background to advise them on what they are supposed to do. Thank you,
Point of order,
Madam
Madam Speaker.
Before I allow you members to proceed, I've just received a letter that was advising the county secretary, and I would like you members to allow me to read it, because it was not there when I was reading the letter by the county secretary. Then I'll give you an opportunity to debate. This is a letter written to Dr. Moya Ndambuki, and the reference is summons to attend committees of the County Assembly of Machakos. It says as follows: we refer to the above subject matter wherein we have instructions from our clients, and I want to read the names of the clients who are members of this County Assembly. Honorable Stephen Nzoe Mwandi, Honorable Nicholas Kitavi Nzioka, Honorable Felix Mutunga Ngui, Honorable Raphael Lakinzao, Honorable Catherine Che, Honorable Catherine Muia, Honorable Anastasia Mutevu, Honorable Helen Deti, Honorable Constance Mbula, Honorable Masi Njagi, Honorable Paul Mwanzia, Honorable Justus Mutuku, Honorable Phoebe Koki, Honorable Mary Ndena. And this is what they have told the county secretary, that our clients are the petitioners in Machakos High Court Constitutional Petition number 24 of 2025. Let's have one meeting, members. Number 24 of 2025, Honorable Stephen Nzoe Mwandi, and 13 others, first as Speaker, County Assembly of Machakos, and the Clerk, County Assembly of Machakos. The said case challenges the unconstitutional and procedural and illegal actions of the Speaker to ban and eject MCAs from the Assembly, and further the Speaker's actions to replace members of the various committees of the Assembly without following the due procedure and without affording them a fair hearing. When the said petition and accompanying notice of motion, application dated 12th June 2025, was filed under certificate of urgency, the court on 13th June 2025 proceeded to issue orders against the Speaker and the Clerk as follows. Pending the hearing and determination of this application inter partes, this Honorable Court be pleased to issue conservatory orders, suspending the enforcement and or consequent effect of the first respondent's decision filed communication dated 10th June 2025, suspending the first to 8th applicants from Machakos County Assembly for 28 sitting days. Prayer number 2 is pending the hearing and determination of this application inter partes. This Honorable Court be pleased to issue conservatory orders suspending the decisions reached on 11th June 2025 at the County Assembly of Machakos for the through various unlawful motions presented, removing 9th to 14th respondents from various committees. 3, pending the hearing and determination of this application inter partes, this Honorable Court be pleased to issue a conservatory order staying the implementation and the subsequent effect of the first respondent's communication dated 9th June 2025, removing the third petitioner applicants from his position as majority representative to the Machakos County Assembly Service Board. Number 4, prayer number 4 is the pending hearing and determination of this application inter partes. A conservatory order be and is hereby issued, restraining the respondents, whether by themselves, their officers, agents, or proxies, from suspending, replacing committee members, barring, excluding, injecting, obstructing, intimidating, or in any other way interfering with applicants' access to Machakos County Assembly premises. The said orders clearly barred the Speaker from denying the petitioners access to not only the Assembly plenary, but also barring her from excluding them from participating in committee sittings and any other related business. Effectively, the petitioners herein remain as the lawful members of the various committees that they were part of before the procedural replacement as conducted and led by the Speaker. In the circumstances, any other members purportedly acting in the said committees under the stewardship and direction of the Speaker is not only a stranger, but is also in breach of the orders of the court in place in the above noted petition. Take further notice that there is currently an application seeking to cite the Speaker and the clerk for contempt of court, which application is dated 8th July 2025. The court issued orders in respect to this application on 8th July 2025, directing the Speaker and the clerk to comply with the various orders of 13th June 2025. Unfortunately, the Speaker and the clerk have remained deaf to the actions, to the orders of the court, and have continued to flagrantly and intentionally breach the court orders in defiance of authority and powers of the court. It has now come to our client's knowledge that there have been summons issued to the county executive, and that is where I want you to put a lot of attention to how the county assembly now advised the members of executive not to attend. So it has now come to our client's knowledge that there have been summons issued the county executive requiring the attendance of various members of the executive before the committees and also before the committee of the whole house to answer questions from the assembly. It has also come to our client's attention that the said motions were passed and balloted in the House Business Committee, which committee is currently not properly constituted. Our clients take great exception with the manner in which the Assembly has continued to conduct itself through the direction of the Speaker and the clerk, and hereby categorically disassociate themselves with all the actions being conducted by the various unlawful constituted committee under the Speaker's stewardship. In the circumstances, it is our client's position that all summons issued to yourselves are unlawful and illegal, and as such void as a matter of fact. Kindly, therefore, note that the committees that balloted and voted for the said summons to be issued are improperly constituted, and as such they lack the legitimacy and the force of law to issue the state summons to yourselves at all. All summons to yourselves will only be valid once originated from the lawful members of these committees, once they are restored to their legitimate position as per the existing court orders. All ongoing business is only a result of gross misconduct on the part of the Speaker and the clerk. We therefore write to categorically inform your office on behalf of our client that there are no proper summons issued to the executive. No proper summons issued to the executive, as the committees are illegally formed and comprised of. Take note that there is therefore no obligation of the executive to honor the same until the orders of the court directing the Speaker to let our clients participate and continue sitting and participating in various House committees and are complied with, and further until the petition pending before the courts is heard and determined. Be advised accordingly and take note not to comply with irregular, unlawful summons, as you will be aiding the Speaker in continuing to breach the valid court orders. We attach copies of the pleadings, court orders, and communication to the Speaker and clerk launching further complaints on disobedience of orders issued by the court for ease of reference and for your information. That is the letter the county secretary is talking about in the directing, when he's directing members of the county executive not to appear before this. Members, before we discuss this matter, I just want to read you the law so that you can be equipped on matters, so that we can separate matters, so that we don't spend the entire day here.
Madam Speaker, point of clarity, I just want.
Okay. Clarify.
Madam Speaker, I'm seeking a clarification from the chair.
Yes.
In regard to, once you give the House information,
Yes.
would it be ideally that we debate the matter?
Yes.
And then you make a ruling?
Yes.
Before reading the laws?
No, I'm just reading to guide.
Okay, for guidance.
To understand why,
exactly.
where we are.
It's for guidance?
Yes.
Okay.
So that we don't continue just talking about county secretary here, who is inconsequential, when we have the law with us. Clerk.
Another point of clarity, Honorable Speaker. Chair. Honorable Chair.
Yes, Honorable.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I just want to confirm from you whether it is proper, an active matter before a court, to be discussed elsewhere.
It is not. And that's why I'm reading the law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because you are the same members who have taken this matter to the county secretary to use it. Yeah, you are the same people. How did he get to know about it? And he has said. So I want to read to you the law concerning committees. And I want to deal, first of all, to deal with the issue of summoning and the like. Members, let's have one meeting. Our standing orders, Order 171, reads as follows. Powers and privileges of committees. Committees shall enjoy and exercise all the powers and privileges bestowed on Assembly by the Constitution and any other law, including powers to summon any person to appear before it for purposes of giving evidence or providing information. And 2, enforce the attendance of witnesses and examine them under oath, affirmation, and otherwise. Compel the production of documents. Request for and receive papers and documents from government officers and members of the public. Issue a commission or request to examine witnesses abroad. That is sub-order 2 of that order. Standing Order 171 says, a summons under paragraph 1 shall be A, issued by the clerk on the direction of the speaker or the chairperson of a committee acting in accordance with the resolution of the committee, in the form set out in the 6th schedule. The summons shall be served upon by a member of the staff or police officer who is duly authorized by the clerk to deliver a copy of summons. So, members, that clearly gives us powers to summon anybody, to appear before us, to give us any information we want to get, and also be examined. We can examine that member on oath. We have that power to examine that person we have summoned here on oath to give us evidence. And that is according to our standing orders. Number 171, the 1 and 2. Clerk. The Constitution. No, let me finish so that I want to show you why we are here. We're just here not because of rumors. We are here properly, guided by the law. The Kenyan Constitution, which is a supreme law, Article 195. This is what it says. County Assembly powers to summon witnesses. A county assembly or any of its committees. So even the committees themselves, they have powers given by the Constitution. Has powers to summon any person to appear before it for the purpose of giving evidence or providing information. For the purposes of Clause 1, an assembly has the powers, same powers as the High Court of Kenya. High Court. We have those powers. We are summoning the county secretary in our capacity equivalent to the powers of the High Court. And as a result, there are consequences. So, enforce the attendance of witnesses and examining them on oath. We can enforce. We can have them arrested and brought them here. Compel the production of document. Issue a commission or request to examine witnesses abroad. So those are powers given by this is the Constitution, the supreme law of Kenya. Finish. Yes. We did it. What's the problem? I have not finished. So we have those powers and they are given by the supreme law of this land. Any other discussion, any other law that is inconsistent with this law, the supreme law, it is null and void. Any other law, whether it is statutes that have been emanated from this Constitution, and they are inconsistent with the supreme law of the land, they are null and void. So, the supreme law of the county, the country of the nation, of this country of Kenya, has given us powers to do that. And we have no apologies to make to anybody. Then we have clerk, the other law. County Assembly's powers. So these are just statutes, but they get their powers from the Constitution. but it is good just to read them and understand them. Then we have the County Assembly's powers and privileges. Section 18 says at this: invitation and summoning of witnesses. A county assembly or its committees may invite or summon any person to appear before it for the purpose of giving evidence or providing any information, paper, book, record, or document in their possession or under the control of that person. And in this respect, a county assembly and its committee shall have the same powers as the High Court as specified under Article 195 of the Constitution. A summons issued under subsection 1 shall be issued by the clerk. That one we repeated, with the direction of the Speaker or the chairperson of the committee concerned. So, that be the position. I come to the issue of commenting on matters in court. As a lawyer, I know it is not procedural to comment on a matter that is in court because it is sub judice. You can't do that. So, the more members of the county assembly you carry information from the court, take it to the county assembly to have that discussion held here, you are making a very serious mistake, honorable members. And this is impunity. This is improper. And I want just to guide you going forward, avoid discussing matters that are in court. Completely. Because if they had not been mentioned in the letter, we would not have talked about them here. But you, the same members, our members are the same one who have carried those documents and taken them to the county secretary. So with that in mind, let's proceed. Honorable DS, Honorable George. Oh, you are the next, sorry, honorable members. Let me give him an opportunity. I had mentioned his name, then we can proceed from there. Sorry.
First of all, Madam Speaker, I'd like to stand here to actually find it interesting why we are here. And we need to ask ourselves, why are we in this situation? And when you start asking yourself those fundamental questions, you will ask yourself, where are we heading? Why are we here? And where are we heading? As a chair, DU, first of all, some of the issues which are being sought from my CCM, as a chair and my committee, I am not unable to answer them. So I'm not incompetent to ask how many ward administrators have been employed and how many village managers have been employed. That's a very simple thing, which as a committee I should have done. So, number two, I would not have failed as a chair to answer number of ward administrators and village administrators employed since 2022.
Honorable Brian Kisila, have you listened to me when I was reading the law?
Madam Speaker, I am digesting my point. And now you are the chair.
You know, you are taking us back to where we have come
First of all, please remove the hat of the speaker and become the chair of this assembly.
Exactly.
Yeah, you are not the speaker now, you are the chair.
Yes, but the two are in the same person. But I'm telling you,
they are not.
Listen to me. This is a decision we have already made before. We cannot keep on bringing back and forth the same matter. We
Madam
say
Speaker,
that.
Madam Chair, you'll have to give me time as a member of this committee to digest my point. That's how chairs work. And don't intimidate me with laws. I know laws.
I have not intimidated
I've done commercial
you.
law. I've done commercial law.
No, I think you have to withdraw that statement. Withdraw that statement. I'm not intimidating you.
Of course you are when you are telling me.
Withdraw the statement.
Point of information, Madam Speaker.
Withdraw the statement.
Point of information.
The intimidation part.
You are intimidating me by telling
Point
me.
of
I have
information.
not intimidated you.
Okay,
I have just told you the law.
I withdraw, but
Yes.
allow me to digest my points as a chair.
But don't take us where we have come.
Point of information.
As a chair, you not.
I will not allow you to take us back.
As you are the chair.
Point of
please
information.
Make a decision.
Point of information.
Yes. Proceed, but don't take us to where we have come from.
Are you becoming a dictator?
No, you are now using another word of dictatorship. Withdraw it.
When
Point of
I am-
information.
Withdraw it. You can't
Point
use
of
a
information.
dictatorship on me.
Speaker, you are losing it. I tell you,
No.
you are losing
Point of
it.
order.
me.
Point of order,
If you
Madam
are
Speaker.
member,
Point of order, Madam
If you are
Speaker.
not
Yes, point
careful,
of order
you are
taken.
going to run this assembly down.
I think, Madam Speaker, I find it very disorderly. The member
is
on the
very
floor,
disorderly.
The member on the floor, by the way, first of all,
It is very
to
disorderly.
initiate an exchange.
Yes.
First
with the
and
speaker.
foremost, I think he knows better that we are in a committee of the All House, and the committee of the All House is actually chaired by the Honorable Speaker, and it still has the same powers as if we were in plenary. Number two, Honorable Member Brian, Honorable Brian, you know, I am on the floor.
Order.
I am on the floor.
Order, members. Order.
Madam Speaker, I am on the floor.
Order.
I am.
This is not the plenary. This is a committee.
Order, members.
This is a committee. This is not plenary. Stop misleading us.
If you have a point to make, my brothers, be as orderly as I have been.
Who has
Lie
given
to
you?
us. Don't lie to
I
us.
am just saying,
Don't lie to us.
Madam Speaker,
Don't lie to
I
us.
am on the floor, and I do not want.
And stop intimidating us. You also stop intimidating us. We are seeing the script. We can see the
We
script.
have order.
We can see the script.
Honorable
We know how it is
Nguma,
scripted.
you were accorded time to
We can see
speak,
the script.
and you were not
We
disturbed.
can see the script. We can see the script.
Sit
This is
down.
just a script.
We cannot all stand and start shouting. Honorable members.
Point of order.
Can we have order in this house? Can we have order in this house? You cannot stand up to start talking without permission of the speaker. Honorable Majority Leader, you cannot stand to start talking. Honorable BS, Honorable Lucky, you cannot start talking when I am being fair. I said you wait for Mheshimiwa Kisila to finish. Mheshimiwa Kisila had not finished. Mheshimiwa Ngunga stood up. Let's have one meeting and let's discuss our issues properly.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I will come back again. I want us to, with all due respect, let's become sober because we are honorable members. And when I'm digesting my point, I know where I'm leading into. Allow me to digest it. The brief here talks about ruling of the Speaker on the committee of the Law House, the chairman. You made a ruling that we summon these CCMs to come to the committee of the Law House. And that's my point. When you are making that ruling, I don't think you allowed members to vote so that we bring those members here. You made a ruling without voting. Number two, the issues which are here, which we are summoning these CCMs, are way within the mandates of the committees. Unless there is any other ulterior motive, we could have digested these matters within the committees and brought them here. Number three, the same committee of labor, which the Honorable Chair, I hope he's here, Vice Secretary is here, they have never brought a report to this assembly, even one day, on the wage bill we have been asking for. So, does it mean that the Committee on Labor is dead? Does it mean that the Committee on Labor could not have digested these issues and brought them to this assembly? Even if today, let me ask you a very simple question, unless it's another ulterior motive, even if those CCMs came here today, what information will we be having to interrogate them? When, and let me tell you, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I always speak the truth. Love me, hate me. Itasimama na ukweli, na hiyo ukweli naipelekanga mbali sana. When the chairman finance brought a report here And he said, we have been asking for this information from the CCM Finance. And he's not availing it. And I'm requesting the Committee of the House to summon the CCM Finance so they can come. We did exactly that. And actually the CCM came here and he clarified the issue. My issue here, Madam Chair, is the procedure which we used to bring this motion here. The procedure, I find it very unprocedural. Number two, I find it having other ulterior motives. So my point is, before even summoning this CCM, Madam Speaker, and let me tell you, let us not lose our authority. Let us not lose our authority. And if we continue like this, we are going to lose our authority as an assembly. Don't say it's okay. If it's okay with you, it's not okay with me. Don't shout. Don't shout at me. No. You see, this guy thinks Ngunga has reached a point. Honorable Ngunga.
Munataka ziende committee mupewe pesa. Ziende committee muabuteni pesa. My point,
if we want to lose authority as an assembly, let's go this direction. Okay. Number two, I am not addressing you, I'm addressing the chair. Yeah, I'm addressing the chair. And if you want to become uncouth, you can become uncouth, no problem. Yeah, everybody can become uncouth here. No. Yeah. What I'm
I
trying
don't
to
want
say,
that language around here.
yeah, but when he was talking, we listened to him.
Proceed.
When Ngunga was talking, we listened to him. Does it mean that he has other powers than us?
Honorable Ngunga, you desist from interfering.
No, I am not. I'm not.
Desist, both of you, from talking about each other.
I'm not talking about him.
Okay, proceed.
So the issue I'm bringing here is, we might lose our authority as an assembly. And this assembly works through committees. And the only way you can actually get information from the executive is through the committees. Unless one member of the executive has failed radically to provide the information, that's the time you can summon them to the Committee of the House. My last point is, all of us know there are court orders. And even you, Madam Chair, you are the chair because of a court order. Let us respect court orders, because the minute we don't respect those court orders, then we are not going anywhere. Because everybody respected them. If I have a court order, let it be respected. That's the only way. If you are a house of order, and you are a house which makes laws, and you don't want to respect the laws, then no one will respect you. My last point is, if you ask me as Brian Kisila, a ranking member, I kind of feel we need to have a conversation. And we must have a conversation of where we want to go in the next 2 years. If you members want us to take this route, and those who are in the first assembly can attest to this, it has serious consequences on a lot of issues. We should engage the executive in a dignified way and find ways of resolving issues. As a committee chair, I have never summoned, and I have the highest number of chief officers. I have never summoned any chief officer or a minister, and they are failed to come to this assembly. They all come and they provide the information. If you give me this opportunity to give you this information, I'll give it within 24 hours. But look at us. We have wasted 2 days waiting. Committees are not meeting. We have a lot of serious issues facing our county, which we should be discussing in a committee level. We have the strike today. I asked my chairman, can we engage and talk? We should be talking in the committees. We have revenue issues. We have other issues. We are just being brought to become a rubber stamp for somebody's other agenda. Personally, I don't want to be somebody else's agenda. If we want to follow the right procedure, let us follow it, Madam Speaker. And let me tell you, Madam Speaker, if you are going to, this assembly will go on record as one assembly which has grossly underperformed. I was in the second assembly. By now, we had delivered several bills sponsored by members. We had done a lot. But what is happening to us? Serious infightings which we don't need. We don't need. Madam Speaker, Madam Chair.
Can you address on the subject matter?
No.
Please?
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Yeah, don't digress.
Yeah, I'm on it. And let me advise you. I'm older than you and I've got a gray hair.
You don't need to advise me. I am
me
the
advise
speaker.
Let me advise you.
I am the speaker and I am equipped with knowledge.
No.
Yes.
None of us has monopoly of knowledge.
There is no
Even as
issue
small
of
baby can
age
advise
inside
you.
this.
Let me advise you, Madam Speaker, as your member, and as someone who has stood with you, let me advise you. And I'm a Christian, full of Catholic like
The subject matter
No,
is not the
I
speaker.
am advising
Excuse
you.
me. The subject matter is not the speaker. It is the business of the House.
Good.
Speaker is only a presiding officer. Please,
I am requesting you.
remove
I'm respecting
me from discussing me before.
You
this
are
House.
part of it.
No, I'm just a presiding person.
No, you are becoming.
You
part
are the
of this.
people who debate. You are the people who sit in the committee.
No.
You are the member.
If you, as a father of a house or a mother of a house, if you lead the house in the wrong way, if you lead your home in the wrong direction, or listen to other people who are misadvising you, and you let your house crash, you are the one who is solely held accountable. What I'm asking.
Anyway.
Let me sit
please
down. I want to sit down.
Sit down and stop discussing the speaker.
I am
stop
requesting
discussing the
you,
chair.
I'm requesting you and all members. My late mother used to tell me one thing. Eta mutwenzama. Kwa twete mutwenzama. Let us reason together. We need to sit down somewhere and have a conversation. Lakini tukiendelea hivi, leo mundu kweza kwamba kwi.
All right, let me make a ruling on the
Madam
discussion
Speaker.
made by
Madam
the
Speaker.
Honorable Brian Kisila before I give you an opportunity.
Madam Speaker.
Wacha nimalize Mheshimiwa, a ruling I want to make on the issue.
Make ruling.
Madam Speaker, I don't know
Wanted to
why.
make a
And
ruling.
why would she be the one speaking before I speak and I've been raising
Honorable,
my hand?
Sasa utashindana na mtu mdogo kama mimi majority.
Hapa tuko the same member. Hapa ni honorable members wako, si umri. If you are going to speak, I will speak first because I was the one on the floor.
Let me make a ruling.
Okay, sawa.
Yeah, both of you. And I want to make a ruling on the issue of raised by Honorable Kisila. This House is mandated to do oversight over the executive, to ensure that an implementation is done, and it is done in the right way, and there is accountability. Now, when a member raises up and takes us back to where it all started, by saying that committees are not unable to do the work they have been given to do, especially the Committee on Labor, by the time I was making the ruling to resolve to have General Oversight Committee, we had analyzed this matter and we had made a conclusion that we go the direction of General Oversight Committee. And it was on that basis, I want to finish what I'm saying, members. And it was on that basis that we summoned these members of the executive. Order members, order members, order members, order members. We agreed that we summon members of the executive. Some of us have gone to tell the executive that they will not appear before us because of a court case that is pending before the court. And I want to tell you members that the court cases that are going on have nothing to do with the General Oversight Committee of Machakos County Assembly. And I hereby want to request you to desist from taking us back to the issue of a committee listening to this matter that is before us. We left there and I made a ruling and it is concluded. Any member who will raise this issue from now onwards is going to be out of order. Yes. No, I don't want to be asked a question. Honorable Majority Leader, proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I'll start by saying you cannot, as a chair, be patronizing. You cannot tell me not to say what is in my head. I'm going to say it.
But you can't say when we have already made
no,
a
you cannot. You cannot let other people. You cannot let other people say what is in their mind. And when it is convenient to the chair and some group of people, you start directing us. I am not one person. Look.
You say what you wanted to say so that we can know whether it is sub judice.
Madam Speaker, Madam Chair, don't reduce this committee to a drama where you as the director of the drama prefer some cast members and not other members. If you are going to make it a drama, let us all of us participate.
Honorable member, I've given you an opportunity to
thank you, Madam Chair.
Debate or to comment on this issue.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yes.
The issue of us discussing whether there is court order or not on the basis of what is happening in this house today cannot be out of question. Because first of all, you have read us so many correspondences referring to court orders. So when you tell me not to refer to the court orders, you are limiting my notes. I already made a lot of notes in regard to the same court orders.
What I have just said is that you cannot comment on a matter that is before the court.
But already members have commented. I am before a committee of the...
To show you that what the county secretary is talking about, members have written. Let me finish. I only have one mouth.
Look, Madam Chair.
I've said,
yes.
This is what I have said, that it is illegal to comment on matters before the court. But you members just went to tell the executive to ride on a court case that is in court. And then it was attached. And I went through and said the members who had advised the county secretary not to appear before us together with the other CCM members of the executive today, based on that letter. I just read that. What's wrong with that?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I am a proud member of Stephen Nzue and 13 others. The reason I'm saying that is because we went to court and sought court orders. And the court granted us orders. And we went back to our council to tell our council that the court orders have not been complied with. So our council...
My question is, what does that court order got to do with summoning of members to come before the court?
I want to build my case. We went back to our council. Our council said, we cannot force someone to obey a court order. What we can do is file for contempt of court orders. Our council did the same. And in our engagement, because we have to discuss, I'm not discussing the court case with anyone else. I'm discussing it with my counsel. The counsel asked, and our business being transacted? Yes. So he advised us to complain to him. And then the counsel directed the county secretary. We did not write the letter to the county secretary. It is our counsel. So as far as we are concerned, we are following up the matter of court with our counsel. And we are awaiting court rulings. We will never interfere with the court. That's the best we can say.
The issue is, Honorable Member, because you are one of the 13.
And a proud member of 13.
What does the court order have got to do with the committee, General Oversight Committee? Nothing, completely.
May I answer?
Nothing.
May I answer?
Yes.
Among the issues raised, what we wanted to know from the court is that the House Business Committee and any other committees before the determination of the matter, the status quo be maintained. I sit in the House Business Committee. I know the court granted that. Members who used to sit there stay there until the matter is determined. But the orders were issued, of course. The order is here. We have the orders. we have the orders.
No, those are
Madam,
prayers. Those are
yes,
prayers.
and what I'm saying,
Those
you,
are
you asked
prayers.
me what it has to do.
Point of information.
They are
You,
prayers.
you asked me
of
to ask
information.
what it has to do, with General Oversight Committee.
Point of information.
Is
I
there
don't want to
anything?
be informed unless he wants to inform the House.
Point of
No, proceed.
information.
I have been asked to proceed. So, Madam Speaker, what I'm saying is, the matter before the House passed through the House Business Committee. It was voted by the House Business Committee, which, in my opinion, as a proud member of Stephen Zue and 13, thinks is poorly constituted or illegally constituted. That is
is
my
properly constituted.
Madam Speaker, Madam Chair, my counsel.
I am the
Since-
chair of
since-
that committee.
But I
And I'm telling
acknowledge
you it is
that.
properly constituted.
But my counsel is telling me otherwise.
you see, your counsel is your counsel.
You are
I cannot
using
believe
quack
you are
counsel.
using my counsel.
A quack
Point
counsel.
of information. Point of information.
Is the chair the judge?
Madam Chair, point of
The
information.
judge is saying
Point of-
status quo be
Madam
maintained.
Speaker.
Status quo be maintained until the matter is determined.
Point of
Counsel.
information.
Yes, a lawyer. A counsel is a lawyer.
Point of
A lawyer.
Like
information.
PK, tell
You
us.
see what you have allowed this to?
Point of
develop into?
information. Point of information, Madam Chair.
Proceed. Proceed.
Chair, please
Proceed.
protect me.
Proceed. Proceed.
And that is why I'm saying this look like a cast. That you can allow some members to be so rowdy while I'm on the
I
floor.
have given you an opportunity and you keep on accusing me. What's your problem?
No, I don't have any problem. Mheshimiwa Ngonga, you seem to be feeling so much cold. Please get some hot cup of tea. Thank you. Thank you. You are in cold, I can see. Get some.
Point of order, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, just
That's the
a few
honorable
things.
member state to
Number one, Mheshimiwa Ngonga, through the chair, said that he is very bitter.
No, leave Mambo. Just say what you wanted to say. Zaki.
I surely will not be. So the substantive matter, Madam Chair, the substantive matter before this House is an invitation that was extended to the executive.
That is what you should have started with. These
No.
others are ultra-biased.
The substantive matter before this House is an invitation to the executive, a few members of the executive, to appear before this House. But when the county secretary, did the reply, he had a rider that he has been advised by their legal team. And at this point, I want to say there's no vacuum in the legal office of the county executive. We have a substantive Solicitor General who is working as a legal counsel. So this issue of there is ghost workers in that department doesn't appear.
And I didn't see her advisory.
I'm saying
not
as far as
attached.
concerned,
Yes.
there's no vacuum. I heard some members say that. So what I'm saying is, the rider was, until matters before the court are determined. Nobody has refused to appear here. But they do not want, from their point of view, to continue finding themselves in legal pitfalls that in the future might affect the operations. Suffice to say,
Point of order.
suffice to say,
Point of order, Madam
suffice
Speaker.
to say, Madam Chair,
Point
suffice
of
to
order.
say-
Point of order, Madam
suffice to
Speaker.
say-
Let the
Suffice to
majority
say,
Let him.
suffice to say
Let the
that
majority-
there are things that were brought before the House Business Committee. They were committed to various committees. They were brought to this House, and they were passed. Why? The county secretary is the principal advisor to the executive, and before then, there were no summons against the county secretary. And once he was able to receive the summons, he was able to deduce that we need to seek legal advice from the office of the Solicitor General and any other quarters because he doesn't want to mislead the government. So there was nothing wrong in passing what came in this House, except that in the first summons, the county secretary was not part of the summons. So nobody has refused, no executive committee member has refused to come here. But are they going to find themselves answering questions that you might be there illegally? What they are asking, and what we are asking is that let the matters before any court of law that could touch on the operation of the...
Do you know why the Solicitor General did not write any advisory?
Sorry?
Do you know why she never gave any
To tell us what
advisory?
she has said, Madam Speaker.
She hasn't written anything. Listen, advising yes, that's what I'm saying. She never advised. Let me finish on the body, yes. Yes. I'm saying, do you know why the Solicitor General did not write any letter or advisory? It is because it is unnecessary. It doesn't hold any water to start mentioning about composition of committees in the assembly so that you can appear before them.
Continue, Madam Speaker.
That's why we don't have that advice. It is a very incompetent lawyer who has written this advisory. Extremely.
I don't have a measure of whether the lawyer is competent or not.
I can tell I'm a lawyer because of what he has written here.
We have seen bad lawyers before, and we know them for who they are, Madam Speaker.
So proceed, but just know that is the reason. Yes. And this advisory from a lawyer, it is an incompetent advisory. Because
I don't have
anything to do with court cases has nothing to do with inviting executive here to be oversight.
And I am saying I do not have a meter to measure the competency of any lawyer, but I know I have seen worse or worst lawyers. And
we are talking about you, a lawyer.
No, I don't have a meter to measure the competence.
Madam Speaker, point of order, Madam Speaker.
Proceed.
Madam Speaker,
if you are finished,
I am saying, let us uphold the structure of the assembly. Yeah. Please, I am begging of you, as the head of institution.
No, you want to attack me again?
No, no. Look.
Don't attack me. Don't address me.
But you do not know what I'm about to say.
Tell
you do not
this house. Tell this committee what you want to say about these summons. That's all.
Okay, let me say this. The ideal structure would be that anything would start from committee level. If the committee is not competent, we would be the first to know because we interact with them. If there's something too heavy for them, we have an ideal example of Mheshimiwa Chair of Finance who brought the matter before this house. You know, I've had a member say he is daring the CCM agriculture. He is daring the CCM devolution. That if they don't come here, sijui atawafanyia nini. So the sole purpose of inviting CCM and chief officers and the chairman is to humiliate them. So this has become a humiliation parade for the county executive. Nothing else. It's a humiliation parade. And if you want that to be, some of us are not going to be part of the cast. I've said that. So let us be keen to uphold the structure. I am a member of the Labour Committee. The Honorable Vice Chair is there. We are asking when we are in the wrong committee. These are trivial matters, very little. Even the newest member of this, ata ule aongeangi, can just, I don't know, do what. So let us uphold. In effect, the Labour Committee in this matter is the one on trial. They don't bring quarterly reports. They don't bring annual reports. They have not complained before. And we know that. So the Labour Committee is part and parcel of the problem, if there is any problem. So let us strive, and especially the layers on the committee. Please, let us not kill committees, of course, through the speaker. I've heard, and this is not for here, but I have to say it. I've heard a member say we are spending more than 200 million on employing 400 members of staff. Can you just do those maths? That if we average, each member is earning 500,000 a month, surely, hiyo pesa itatoka wapi kwa hii county? Hata kama ni propaganda, si ikuwe propaganda iko na akili mzuri kidogo. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable DS. I have not given you an opportunity, Lucky. I know you. You know I will.
Madam Chair, I think I'm the one on the floor.
You are.
Madam Chair, I think the issues that we are dealing with right now as an assembly, it's like we've even lost everything. We are talking of the CCM, the CAs, and the County Public Service Board, not maybe not coming to the assembly. But to my worry is we already have got a response from the executive, which is here. As an assembly, we should be asking ourselves how we are going to respond to this response from the executive.
No, we can't.
As an assembly, because yes, they've already talked to the assembly. Madam Speaker, this is a response from the executive.
I'm telling you, as the chair of this committee, it is unnecessary.
Because, Madam Speaker, you see, you realize this, we are talking about 14 members of this county assembly who maybe went to that extent to the other side and give this advice that, yes, we've got an assembly, we've got committees that are not well constituted. Their claim or their basis was very, very well outlined in the courts. And what we are having here is court orders. These are determinations from the High Court that we are referring to. These are determinations. We do not need we do not even need to be advised by anyone because these are court order. And we cannot start analyzing a court order. What did the court order say? The court order that were given, number 2 was saying what was granted to these members, the 14 members, because they are trying to get justice. The reason why they went there is because they are not getting justice in this assembly. And as an assembly, unless and until, Madam Speaker, we stick to the rule of law, we may keep on calling and calling the executive, Madam Speaker.
There is something I want you to realize.
It is good, Madam Speaker. It is written. I just want to read what was granted to these members.
But let me tell you, let me advise you that it is unnecessary to peg
these members, including myself, we want to get justice, Madam Speaker. We want to get justice.
You will not get justice from the executive.
And if we can't get it here, where else can we get? We are not getting justice here.
Let me tell you.
Because the structures of these assemblies are no longer working, Madam Speaker. I'll give you an example, Madam Speaker. I'll give you an example.
Don't peg the
Madam Chair, I'll give you Madam Speaker, I'll give you. Just allow me to give you an example, Madam Chair. Let me give you an example as to why. Me as a person, I had also to go and give that advisory to that other side. I'll give you an example. Here, when Honorable Mary Kituku sits in the Committee on Powers and Privileges, that's a position that had been donated by the members of WIPA.
Point of information, Madam Speaker.
A member of UDA.
Point of information.
Yeah, we know we donated. No, stop it, my Honorable Gunga. You had your time.
Honorable DS.
No.
Let the information be given to you.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I would like to inform the honorable member that is out of order to talk about issues of UDA party where he does not belong. He doesn't have our colors. He doesn't know our philosophies. Let him concentrate with the issues of WIPA Front Party. Number 2, on issues of saying that the seat was donated by WIPA, that by itself, Madam Speaker, the honorable member should withdraw. Our position there was given through constituting of members on issues of ratio. Therefore, we were in that committee as a duly party representatives. We are in that committee, Madam Speaker. Number 3, on issues of these members, we are talking about the Stephen Zui Mwandi and others. Madam Speaker, let it be known to this assembly that on issues of assembly parties, they cannot be determined by court and they cannot be determined by individual member. If there is a communication to be made by UDA party, we made our communication and we told you that the UDA party has removed certain member from our committee. It is the same UDA party. If you have orders, go and serve UDA party. So that now the UDA party can serve Honorable Speaker and the Speaker can communicate to the House. Leave this nonsense.
Thank you. Honorable Gunga, kindly. What are you telling me?
Maybe they should generate whatever they want. It should generate whatever they want. If they want us to shout, we have mouths to shout.
Honorable Gunga.
Mbona una interfere? Wewe kwenda.
Honorable Gunga.
Ukitaka igenerate hiyo tutagenerate hiyo. Madam Speaker, the honorable PK, please, Madam Speaker.
Honorable PK
Madam Speaker.
requested to,
yes,
to say something.
I'm
Yes.
just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, the Honorable PK have used very unparliamentary language. Nonsense. That is a very, even if you're in, and you are the chair of chair, I mean, Speaker.
Honorable.
No, I'm asking the chair. If you want us to go that direction, we will go.
Honorable member, you use the word nonsense?
Madam
Withdraw.
Speaker, Madam Speaker, the opposite
Withdraw.
of
Withdraw.
Yes,
Just
I would like
withdraw.
to withdraw.
Yes.
Madam Speaker, the opposite of wise is otherwise. Thank you. I withdraw.
Madam Speaker.
Proceed, the honorable member.
Madam Speaker, I will still insist that as an assembly, we need to have structures, and the assembly structures has to do whatever it's supposed to be doing. And that's why you will hear the honorable member saying that is it is a Huda position. What I'm saying is, it is a wiper position.
No,
allow me finish. You'll have your time. I gave you time.
What is Huda?
I gave you time. I gave you a time.
Honorable
Relax.
PK, please.
Just relax. Honorable PK, relax.
Keep quiet.
Just relax. And I know 100% you are aware and you are sure of what I'm talking about. In fact, you are the one who did that mess on that particular position. It is not a Huda position. I'm talking about wiper position. That wiper and donated. If we had good structures, we could, members of wiper and all the party all the assembly parties needs to go and sit and recheck on that position. That is how we can come out of where we are now, Madam Speaker. Otherwise, if changes were made and there was no wiper representative in those changes, how do you expect the wiper members to be comfortable? It is something that I know. I'm the chair of chairs, and I know that position belongs to wiper. So wiper was supposed to make those changes. Or maybe if the changes were to be done, it was supposed to be done when the wiper leadership is there. Something that was done, and that is why these members went to court to get some justice. After going to court, justice was not served to them here in this assembly. They had to go and seek for contempt, which again they were granted. And the same courts. I'm worried that Honorable PK is saying the courts cannot do, cannot do what, when he is a lawyer, he himself. And that is where you're expecting to be working. As an assembly, we need and we must respect these court rulings and orders for any institution to prosper. So, Madam Speaker, what I'm saying is...
Honorable Diaz, I want to comment something on that issue of, when it comes to, just don't go, just stay there. When it comes to issues of parties, there's a court called dispute, political parties dispute tribunal.
Yes, I know.
That is where
I know.
your
On this one,
have gone.
Madam Speaker, on this one, I'm not speaking about parties. This is an assembly matter where we all know assembly parties and their strengths and how positions are supposed to be given. So it is not about party now on this one.
Is any
this
change
particular
that
one.
occurred, it is the tribunal to determine that.
No, Madam Speaker, this is an assembly matter. It is through our standing orders. It is written in our standing orders. Let us just go in our standing orders.
I'm just telling you as a lawyer.
Madam Speaker, it is in our standing orders, Madam Speaker.
You sought my advice. I gave you my advice and you didn't hear me.
Madam Speaker, we've got standing orders that guided us, in fact, even to slot ourselves this in committees. We've got the standing orders. That is what we followed. And that is what I'm saying. If leadership or membership of these parties could sit and agree on that particular position, I am telling you, an Honorable PK knows that we would get the correct position. And that correct position is, that was a wiper position. It was a wiper position, not for Huda. So those are some of the issues that we feel should be addressed in this House, Madam Speaker. If we could respect the rule of law, and Madam Speaker, as an assembly, let us also be honest to ourselves. Some of the things, I will also come back to...
tag that together with the invitation.
Sorry?
I want you to tag it to the invitation.
Yeah, of course, Madam Speaker, I said we've got 14 members of this county assembly that, in fact, are trying to get justice or a platform to express themselves, whereby at least it has materialized. Now we are speaking about it. We did not have a head position or any platform to address this issue, Madam Speaker. And now it is being addressed here. At least to me, I'm feeling that now I got a platform where I can express myself.
What I'm asking
yeah,
you, I want you to tag the invitation
to Madam Speaker
by the executive to the committee issues.
Yes. How did they
Please
come
tag it along? I want to get it.
You see, Madam Speaker, we are dealing with a statement. The statement was passed, all approved, balloted at House Business Committee. House Business Committee has been tagged in these court orders. Who are the memberships of those committees?
How does that stop the county secretary from appearing before this committee?
And I said it earlier, Madam Speaker.
How does that stop the county secretary from appearing before us?
In fact, it has not stopped him coming here. And we do not have anywhere saying that he will not come. What he said is... What he is saying is he has been advised by members of the assembly that the committee that is inviting them is not well constituted. Let's ask ourselves, then can we move out, reorganize ourselves properly, and then invite them? They will come. Madam Speaker, let it be on record that we've never called there is no particular time when we called or invited the executive in this assembly and failed to come. They've never failed to bring any information required in this house.
Tell them they will not show us how we are going to work here.
No, but again, even also the procedure, Madam Speaker, even the procedure that we used, you know, the statement was sought by Honorable Ngunga. After Honorable Ngunga, only Honorable Monga debated about that and said that he feels his committee is not competent enough to handle that matter. And you made the ruling immediately. We did not discuss that. What is the feeling of members? You ought to have asked other members, do you have any other route that we could handle that matter? But instead, only Honorable Ngunga raised a statement, Honorable Monga said that he is not able, and you made a ruling. You made a ruling. It is not, that was not a resolution of the assembly. I think it's something that had been agreed elsewhere and brought here in the assembly, and we made such resolutions.
The Speaker's ruling is final?
Madam Speaker, we've been elected. Also give members time also to ventilate and make resolutions, Madam Speaker. There is a way and route that we are supposed to use. Because if things will just be forced, and just ask yourself, Madam Speaker, dealing with 9 members, senior revenue officers, whom we know very well. It's not that, in fact, this house is being just brought down by one single member because of a certain interest that we know. And those executives, those members of executive you are talking about are the members who has been senior revenue officers for the last 8 years. This count has never collected more than 1.5 billion when they are in those positions. Now that they were redeployed, MACHAKOS count has collected over 2.2 billion shillings. And those are now the members who are taking us around here, not of any other issue. That is only, we are only dealing with 9 members, and in the 9 members, it's a particular person whom somebody is trying to see where this person should be deployed. Let us go to that direction. Let us ask ourselves, is it, how did we come to the conclusion that, just Honorable Kataka. You see, Madam Speaker, you see, Madam Speaker, you ask yourself, what prompted this assembly to say that the County Public Service Board, and there is some noise, Madam Speaker, behind me.
Honorable Majority and Deputy Majority Leader.
Sorry?
Stop that discussion.
It is okay. It is okay.
Allow members.
I know what this discussion is about. Madam Speaker, ask yourself.
Oh, you know.
Madam Speaker, ask yourself.
Sorry?
Madam Speaker, ask yourself. What prompted this assembly to call the County Public Service Board? At the same time, we want the CS here. And at the same time, we also want the CCM devolution here. What prompted us to all that? A member sorted for a statement, an information that he did not know, and then we start picking on how many members of the executive should come here just to respond to a simple matter of nine senior revenue staffs and 300 or 200 other members of the executive. What prompted us? Nothing. So let us be honest to ourselves, plan well, and the executive is ready. We know it is ready. It has been coming to this assembly, bringing any information required to this account assembly, and we'll move on, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Go advise them to come before the county assembly.
I'm not the advisor. I'm only seeking to get
advising them.
No.
You are just
I'll do another. If justice is not served, Madam Speaker, I will advise again.
But we shall continue with our work uncowed down, without manipulation, without fearing anything. We just do the work that we have been given by the Constitution to do. Thank you. Honorable Paul Wambua.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker.
I've seen the discussion.
I have sat and listened to discussions from both sides of the divide. And Madam Speaker, while each side feels like the other is as cards under the table, I would have preferred if we were having this discussion when the information that had been sought was already presented to the House through either writing, and then they would say, we will come some other time, but first, the information you needed is this. Because that's very simple. As the majority says, the number of people employed, that is very simple. They would have sent that information in writing and then say, probably, we will come some other time. Or we will not come because of 1, 2, 3. But whether coming or not, that information should have been provided to this House. Madam Speaker, this information is not just about 9 senior revenue officers. I have village admins in Kibaoni Ward. Yesterday evening, they confirmed to me that they have not gotten letters of redeployment. Those people are not working, yet they are getting salaries. Madam Speaker, we have so many youths who are not employed in this county and who are more qualified than most of these people that are currently earning salaries. What are we training those people, those Gen Zs, who can see people who are employed, not working, but earning? What impact does it have to this county? While we are currently grappling with the issue of nurses who want either promotions, which comes with some monetary value, and they cannot get it, while there are people who are at home and are earning from the county coffers, Madam Speaker. I think this House needs to sober up. Issues of advising the executive on which committee is well constituted or otherwise, issues of advising the CCM Finance on when or whether to give funds to this assembly, although we are past that at this level, those issues, members, are very backward issues. We are an assembly that is an arm that is independent of any other arm of this government. We are an arm that is equal to the High Court of Kenya, Madam Speaker. And therefore, we need some respect. Even if we are supporting the executive, there are better ways to do that. We would have advised them to give that information so that we proceed. It doesn't matter whether the discussion to call these people came from the whole House or from the committee. It's information that is needed to this House, Madam Speaker. Finally, Madam Speaker, today I thought would be a very happy day, a day full of activity, as cold as it is. That's why I came in rubber shoes. We need, members, we need to calm down, cool down temperatures, because at the end of the day, we have work to do. We have people to serve. These people ask us questions every day. And when they ask us questions every day, The executive is not there to answer for you. You answer them on yourself. We are forced to cover. Honorable Chair, Education. On the weekend, I was forced to cover for your department. Why they have not given bursaries to my ward? Because it's me on the ground. Madam Speaker and members, let us know that we have a duty to serve. And whichever way we look at things, whichever way, it doesn't matter whoever we support. We are here to serve people. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Kitaka. Then the Honorable Dawa, sorry for being used.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to say
Honorable Lucky will be the last one. Huko mwisho.
Okay.
Proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It is always good to have a discussion with the intention at least to achieve a particular goal. I want to imagine and to believe that the purpose, the reason as to why we are discussing what we are talking about, the invitation of the executive to the assembly, is very meaningful to get information, but not to look for defamation of anybody or to be erosive. Honorable members, what is of importance to us as honorable members is to ask ourselves, is wisdom really having its space in this house? If the intention of every member from every respective ward is to serve your people, represent them, oversight also the executive, let us have a small conversation within ourselves and ask yourself, Honorable Kitaka, whatever you are doing in this assembly, is it of meaning to your people that you represent here? I should not have a duty to advance an agenda maybe that touches on our honorable chair, the executive, the honorable members, but ask yourself, because a responsibility that you have been granted, one day you will be answerable to it. So let us set aside all these side shows, whether you know to speak, you know English, whether it is from England or US. No, I'm serious. Can we give a reason to our people of Machakos County? A reason that they can sit and say, yes, we elected members to represent us in that assembly. We will never have a perfect executive. We will never. But it is also important to know that if we have to criticize, let it be very positive. Criticize and give directions. Criticize and give solutions, so that at least while we are living, because one day we will leave, people will sit and say, when Honorable Ngunga was serving, really made a mark in our people. So please, we have an issue here that is of importance, but again, let us also give our committees powers that they deserve. The Committee of Labor should have seized that opportunity to seek the information, bring it in this assembly, and then based on what they have reported, we pick it from there, Honorable Chair. If we do that, we will not see, you will not look at me like you don't trust me. You will not look at the other member like you have an issue with that member. Honorable members, we have a long way to go. We have a very long way to go. Can we sit, have a conversation that is meaningful to serve our people? Forget about the positions that we are seeking. Forget about the positions that we have. One time, one day, you will not have that position. Make use of it and let us have a positive impact on it. Honorable members, I implore you, let us put our county first. Criticize me, correct me,
in a view that you want me to be better. If I have a problem with my chair, let me approach her and say, my chair, unanifinya hapa. It is important. So that once we leave that gate, we will also be friends and acquaintances because we have much to do in the future. God bless you. Thank you.
Very sober discussion there, Honorable Kitaka. I'm very grateful for that kind of direction you have taken. Thank you very much. It is always, as a family, to do things without accusation, counter-accusation of each other. There's no need of attacking the chair all the time, the speaker, every time. Mmempeleka kotini, mmemfanya hii. Anyway, I don't want to digress. Honorable Ndawa, after you, Honorable Rose Molu, you will be after Honorable Ndawa. Proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yes.
Today I will be very brief.
Yes.
I will be very brief. And I will start by saying now we have spent more than 2 hours. Yeah? 3 hours. And the fact of the matter is that, the truth of the matter is that we had invited some officers and they have not attended. And we are here now spending 3 hours and we are likely to spend another 3 hours. And the person we require is not present. Honorable Speaker, if the accused is not in court, the court does not proceed. If the accused is not in court, the court does not proceed. And Honorable Speaker, this is a house of number ones. When we went to Mua, looking for an MCA, Mheshimiwa Ngunga managed to be number 1. Matu Dawa, number 1. Every other member, number 1. When we were looking for a speaker, number 1. So this is a house of number ones. How can number ones spend 6 hours depending on a matter which one party is not present? Honorable Chair, now we need to come back to our senses. We need to come back to our senses. And Honorable Chair, sometimes I said that it's only a person who taught a cheetah where to attack a goat. One time, cheetah pounced on a goat and got hold of the leg. Noise was made. The cheetah ran and let the goat free. The goat survived. The owner of the goat said, if the cheetah and a knee touched the neck, the goat would not have survived. The second day, went to another part of the body. The owner of the goat said, if the neck is the one who was attacked, the goat would not have survived. Honorable Chair, where am I coming now? From where we started, you took us through a letter which was very long, which was citing issues of court, which was citing issues of court orders. And Honorable Chair, when those orders came, the office of the Speaker requested for an opinion. And as you are reading us, you are taking us through Article 195, you said the assembly is equivalent to an high court. The orders came from an high court, coming to an assembly of the same status. So you opened that chance of opinion. Now the other court, which is the assembly, which is the other side, because of this trend which has come for the opinion, they have now gone to the need resort for opinion. So, Honorable Speaker, the problem we are, this is our own making. It is our own making. And that is why I'm saying we must come back to our senses. In fact, we would have been saying now, what is the way forward? Honorable Speaker, if somebody offends you, you don't go to the Supreme Court. You start from lower court upwards to the Supreme Court. If there are issues concerning labor, Before we come to General Oversight Committee, the Labor Sectoral Committee should have addressed that matter, and if it is not able to dispense that matter, that is the time it can come back to this house. I sit in the Finance Committee, and we had some issues back. We reported to this house that we had some challenges in getting information, and that is how we managed to bring the relevant person before the committee. We have not seen any sign of the Labor Committee trying to address the matter. And Honorable Speaker, it is good to say the truth. The issue of labor is because of the chair who has a brother who has been removed from the Kwale, taken to another department. That is why the chair is very bitter about the issue of employment. If the chair has what we call conflict of interest, the best thing can do is to say, because I have interest in this, let me step aside, then my vice chair to take up the matter. I don't need any information. Honorable Kabi, I don't need information. You end your time. You end your time. You end your time and nobody.
To be given information, please.
Madam Speaker, Madam Chair, I'm not informing the member. I want to inform the committee, because every speaker after speaker who have spoke, they are trying to create an illustration that it's like it was a crime, it was wrong to invite the CCM, the chair, board, and the county secretary to the General Oversight Committee. But Madam Speaker, if we look at our standing order 189C, which talks about the General Oversight Committee, the standing orders are very clear on the composition. But it is also very clear on who should preside over the General Committee. And part 3 of it says the function of the General Oversight Committee shall be to interrogate county executive committee members or any other authorized person on matters of great county importance and other matters that cut across committees. So, Madam Speaker, if you look at the nature of the statement, a bigger part of it weighs on the side of the Labor Committee. There is also part of staff under finance who are affected, and we have also DU, which is headed by CCM devolution, that is affected. So the standing order are very clear on which direction should be taken when such a scenario occurs. So nobody is undermining the Labor Committee. It is very able, and it's very able to execute the mandate. But our standing order are very clear. So even as we debate, let it be clear that the House, the Machakos County Assembly, never made any mistake by requesting the mentioned parties to appear. And also, Madam Speaker, the people who are affected are sons and daughters of Machakos. So there might be differences among ourselves, and it is not a crime that the person Honorable Mwandi refers to, and also I've heard Honorable Ndawa mention them, the brother to Honorable Monga. It is not a crime to be a staff in Machakos County when your brother is an honorable member in this house. The same people who are making those allegations, their wives, their brothers, and sisters are working for the same county. And it's also wrong for Honorable Ndawa to mislead the House. The person affected was a sub-county revenue officer, the 9 officers. So when you are a sub-county revenue officer, your role is assigned to oversee revenue collection within a sub-county. It is not a quarry. So let's not tarnish names of sons and daughters of Machakos just for relevance. So that is the only part I wanted to inform the committee. So, so that we also, because these are people who were employed procedurally, and when you move somebody from one role, you don't just suspend them.
Honorable Ngunga, please. Let's have one.
You don't just suspend somebody. If you talk of having reassigned somebody, you reassign them to a role. Nobody is complaining that they were moved from revenue, but when they were reassigned from revenue, where were they taken? Because the issue that we are having is an issue of them earning salary from the county coffers, and they are not performing any specific role. And it's the same case that is affecting our ward administrators and village administrators. There are new replacements, but before you replace somebody, you must reassign the people who are serving that role. So let's not mix issues, and also let's not be personal about people who are affected. There is no crime for them being a sibling to Honorable Monk.
Madam Speaker.
Thank you.
Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker.
It is Honorable Ndawa who was on
I just want to follow up on what Mheshimiwa Kavyo is saying, if you allow.
Okay.
And I want to actually to make a reference to the point of order that he has just talked about. That the function, that is 189C, 3, the function of the General Oversight Committee shall be to interrogate County Executive Committee members or any other authorized person on matters of great county importance. And I want us to underline that. Matters of great county importance and other matters that cut across committees. I am just wondering, is deployment of staff a matter of county importance? Don't we have more pressing issues? In effect, the honorable member is telling us, members of the Labour Committee, that we are not competent enough, including our chair and the vice chair, to handle such a small matter as to discuss deployment of 8 senior revenue officers, some ward administrators and village administrators earning monies which they purport is irregular or waste of public funds. I want us at least to realize from where I sit that this was not intended to get that information, because there, and I speak for me as a member of the Labour Committee, then I don't know why we need the Labour Committee if it cannot handle such a small and trivial matter. What I'm saying is, I do not consider this matter of any or matter of great county importance to warrant it to be discussed at the General Oversight Committee. I don't see it as such.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Ndawa.
Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Maybe
Honorable
just a
Kavyo has
second.
spoken more than 5 times.
Just a second.
More than 5 times.
Madam
surely.
Chair.
That's why we are saying you are not being fair.
5 times.
That is why you are not. We are saying
Madam Chair.
That is being selfish.
I have a right of response.
No,
He
I
has
was addressing the
responded
chair.
to me.
I was addressing the
responding to me.
chair. I was addressing the chair. It is only the chair who has a right of response.
Madam
I was
Chair.
addressing the chair. I was not addressing the Honorable Kavyo.
Madam Chair.
I was addressing the chair. Chair, if you cede your position of a right to reply, then how are you going to run this house?
Honorable Member.
Yes.
Please have a seat.
Madam Chair.
Honorable Kavyo has a seat. Honorable Ndawa, proceed.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you, Madam Chair. As I was contributing, I have come to remember some of my previous speakers who spoke before me, Honorable Chair. One, Honorable Ngunga, cited the chair of the Public Service Board not having proper papers. Honorable Chair, that is
Contribute only
Yes.
to the matter before us, please.
If we don't,
We are going to digress.
yes, if we don't talk
drag
about
each
that,
other issues,
we will have confused the residents of Machakos because this thing is life.
No,
Honorable Chair.
Please, Honorable Member.
Yes.
So restrict yourself to the
Okay.
Yeah.
Honorable Chair, I'm saying that the Labour and DU committees are competent enough.
Thank you.
And if they are not competent enough, this is the high time we should disband the two committees and have members who are competent. And in case any member of a committee has conflict of interest, he or she should declare that interest and let the matter be discussed by other members, because the committee has a set quorum that can handle a certain matter. Honorable Speaker, when Mheshimiwa Kisila was contributing here, he did make an application that he be given the issues that belong to his committee, and he promised
Honorable
that.
Member, he cannot be given any issues. I have told you before, and I keep on reminding you members, I made a ruling on this matter in the floor of the House that this matter is going to go before General Oversight Committee. And we are now discussing it. Why have we gone back? And I have kept repeating even to Honorable DS here, Honorable Majority, let's not go back to the issues that we have already made a ruling on, because the Speaker's ruling is final.
Okay.
I did it on the floor of the House. It was not even, I was not even chairing a committee. Yes. What? You're taking me back to this issue?
No.
Honorable DS, have a seat.
Madam Speaker,
Have a seat.
I'm holding our standing orders that should guide us, Madam
have a
Speaker.
seat, have a seat.
Because there is an issue that I just wanted to read.
No, Honorable.
Okay, then
Honorable
members, you can read
DS.
standing order number 176.
Thank you, Madam Chair. If we are not careful, it will be.
We have concluded this matter, isn't it?
I'm saying, Honorable Chair.
Yes.
We now depend on your wisdom to show us the way forward.
I will.
Because we have spent all the time from morning to now.
Yes.
Members have not even went
We
for
can
lunch.
make up
It's
the
already
ruling at this
two.
point, so that we don't take
Yes.
another 3 hours.
So, Honorable Chair, I remember sometimes Masinga Secondary School was burned down by students. And when the police went to investigate the cause of that incident, it was realized that the in charge of that school is the one who's left on his job, and that is the principal of the school. Honorable Speaker, for the last few months, this assembly is not heading in the right direction. And I want to go on record that the in charge of this assembly is also not very serious with what he or she is supposed to be doing.
No, don't.
That
start
one,
me.
I wanted to go,
Member,
let it
have
go
a
on
seat.
record.
I have.
It is the duty of in charge to ensure that
Honorable Member, you
there is
cannot
unity.
continue talking when I'm telling you that you cannot take that direction. You can't attack my character. That is very wrong. Let's make a ruling, Honorable Lucky. Honorable Lucky, I told you you'll be the last, and you are going to be the last. Honorable Ross, and Honorable Lucky, and we end it there, members. Okay? Yeah, we are tired, it is. Sawa, endelea, Honorable Member.
Majority pole, nilikuatagi kidogo. Kukuatagi si kukudharau. Mimi ni mama mzee, mheshimiwa mzee. Lakini niliona tu makosa tukitaka kuingia. Wacha.
I also respect you a lot.
Oh, thank you my dear son. Niliona tu makosa tukitaka kuenea na ikaniuma. Hii mbunge hatujuko kwa makosa. Mimi sikuja hii mbunge kwa makosa. Na kama siwezi kosoa, sina maana. Nafaa kutoka niende. Mimi nawaheshimu nyinyi wote na mnajua hakuna mtu nadharau. Umri ya kusalimiwa na salimia. Ningewaomba wajumbe wa Machakos, tafadhalini. Assembly ya Machakos haki tujiheshimu. Hata kama tumelogwa na nani aende akufe. Haki mukamana mwa. Inenge inta ya mwimana. Na nene na numite musi wa mutongo imulu wa mutisia na muya. Na ngezi wandawe ya ndeto ndo no tando ni dhande maana. Haki na mugulya wandaya. Na kamweka na ngemi mundo kila imwethiani ba.
Madam Chair.
Sisi ni wajumbe. Wacha nimalize mimi.
I'm just, we are on record, so I think she should use the
Honorable
official
Rose.
language.
Yes.
Tumia.
Okay, sawa. Sawa, wacha niingie taifa. Waheshimiwa wanawake wa Machakos, muache mayoe. Sasa ile tunapiga mayoe na nduru. Gavana wetu ni mwanamke. Senator ni mwanamke. Women ni mwanamke. Speaker ni mwanamke. Hii aibu tunapeleka wapi? Mnataka mboma yetu hiyo ya makelele wa jamani? Haki nimewasii kuanzia leo. Ukiumwa ni kuongea, simama uongee, wacha kupiga nduru. Wamama wako nyumbani. Kwanza mimi si mama. Ni haki tukae vizuri. Hebu saa hii tuseme, pengine asikianga fununi. Kuna watu wanataka kutoa gavana. Gavana saa hii atatolewa aende wapi? Ataimbichiwa aende wapi? Tumebakisha siku ngapi? Badala tumbaki. Tukiona makosa tuongee na yeye, ni mtoto wetu. Na ile shetani baada ya masengenyo yisha. Huyu mama ameumia. Gavana ameumia, waje kupelekewa masengenyo. Tafadhali nimewaomba. Ameumia, kama muna huruma na yeye, mimi niko na huruma na yeye. Tumetoka mbali na yeye. Spika ameumia, alikuwa hajazoea hii. Yeye anajua kalamu na kufunga. Amehangaika huyu mtoto, amehangaika kabisa. Wajambani. Hiyo kitu tuwache. Haki hiyo kitu uwe niuma, inanikera naumia. Mimi nasema niko na maana gani? Kama siwezi tulisha hawa wajumbe wa Machakos niongee nao. Mimi nilikuwa kwa kifuza kifwana. Kulikuwa kubaya. Tukang'ang'ana, tukapata pesa za assembly. Ati saa hii nilikuwa nafikiri kuta mtu atatoka atoe shukrani kwa President Ruto. Kwa vile ametufanyia assemblies za Kenya. Ati sisi tutakuwa na kiti yetu, tutakuwa tunakaa chini, tunapanga mambo yetu na speaker wetu. Bado mnajikaza tu. Ai, ekai nenu. Wanadhama wiwe no ekai. Majoni tulijasaliwa mbaya, nikikuangalia wewe. Umesaliwa mahali iko sheria ya wazazi. Deputy Speaker. Na sija kupoint lakini wewe ni mdhonua. Hebu tuwaje hiyo takataka. Hiyo busi yote tutupe. Na kama kumekosa mtu wa kuita speaker na gavana, hao ni watoto wangu, hao nitawaita waje niwaambie. Abana, kwanza nataka speaker na gavana mimi Rose mimi. Sababu najua speaker ni nani na mimi najua gavana ni nani. Kwa nini tuchavue Machakos yetu? Kwa nini? Nani nitatuma? Mimi natuma, mimi najua bila anaweza. Kitaka. Yata, ukela ni wangu tu wewe ndio natuma. Peleka ujumbe na ni wewe nimetuma peke yako, sijatuma mtu mwingine. Sababu wewe ni mtu mzima. Inaniuma. Mimi natoka mbome ya mulu mutisia. Assembly ile niko ni ambasengenyo na vitina. Machakos yenyewe tumeongozwa na wanawake. Vitina imesidi. Hawa mama wamezungushwa huku na huku. Na sio wao, ni sisi. Mimi mwambie gavana na waambie speaker asikiza hii. Nataka kuwaona hao wawili. Ndio waniambie wanataka tuende wapi, wanataka tufanye nini. Hapa chini kuna wachezaji wa mpira wazuri sana. Wanatandika mboli naenda hivi, heri mie imetoka. Wanachapa tena asubuhi hivi na hivi mie imetoka. Sasa wajamani, hiyo wakati imefika tuache wavinya, tuache speaker, tuone kazi yao. Eza mwigwa andi neni. Kama mnasikianga wacheni hao wanawake, hao wasichana wawache wafanye kazi. Matusi imejaa hapa kwetu sana. Mabindi manyamaza aje. Sio mimi. Sio mimi na msione mimi. Sio mimi. Kuna ujumbe. Hata nilita huyu Irene nyumbani. Kamwambia hii ni nini, hii ni nini. Hii ni nini tukiwa watu wa Mulu Mutisia. Machakos sinapotea. Tumesikizana. Tukubaliane. Msione hakuna ndawa. Kwa Mulu wa Mutisia kuna upako. Na mkifuata hiyo nimewaambia mtaamini. Kila kitu itatulia na itapoa na tutafanya kazi. Kitaka nienda wapi na nienda speaker. Asante.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Lucky. Second, then I make a ruling and we move.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want to second those words of our senior member. But amesema Mulu Mutisia alikuwa na upako, na huo upako alipaka Kalonzo wa Musyoka.